Okay, let's go. What's happening, people? Welcome to a special episode um from the Red Divided podcast. I don't think we've ever done one of these, have we? But this
It
this
was
deserves
necessary.
it.
It was necessary.
This is necessary, man. Big news. I think when was it? Yesterday? But I couldn't even believe it. I was shocked. It was out of nowhere. I didn't think they were gonna sack him. The first message I got was from our special sponsor, Talks as always, the Manchester United fan. I got a message from him. He said Twitter's going mad. I said, "What do you mean?" I think they sacked him. I'm like, "What are you talking about? You think they sacked who?" Went on the Instagram. The first thing I saw is Fabrizio sacked.
Mm.
I can't lie, I was shocked. But obviously, the first person I'm going to go to is Ade because we've been talking about this, and you didn't expect them to pull the trigger this early. And well, I share the same view as you anyway. And you thought would be a concern more from in your side if they decide to pull the trigger, knowing that they've only just given him a brand new contract in the summer. So what are you saying about the decision? What would you doing? Paint us a picture.
So
Paint us a picture.
I was in the office. I was
And they
sat
was
down.
eating amala.
No, I don't do that on Monday morning.
Okay, okay.
Only Monday lunchtime. No, but I was in the office and I was on my phone typing, and someone's come across. I haven't seen the person walk towards me, and they just stick their phone in my face. I was thinking, who is this person? I didn't even turn. And then I saw the person saying they're having internal discussions to sack Ten Hag. And I was like, oh shit. Then like 20 minutes later, they confirmed it. And you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I'd be happier. I thought I would just stand up and jump. But then so it follows on from our conversation on Sunday when the cameras went off and we were talking about I'm a bit confused what's gonna happen if he does go. And that was
Mm-mm.
what dawned on me. I was like, as much as I want him to go, I've always felt he should go. But my issue now was that we had spent 200 million over the summer for players that he wanted again. So we're just full of Ten Hag guys. So now he's gone, and I'm like, this guy could end up making the next manager look bad because he's now got a bunch of players that he doesn't even want. But yeah, it was a total surprise. It was a total surprise. We should be hosting a party at some point in time. So start selling
I thought I was joining this Zoom to come to a party. I don't understand
tickets.
what's going on.
No, there's gonna be a full party Eventbrite.
Um,
Tickets to Eventbrite.
there's no super
Um,
malt, there's no jollof rice, there's no boiler chicken.
it's there, but yeah. So that's it now. He's gone. He's gone. Bye, Ten Hag. Ten, my nigga.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I was happy and stunned at the same time, so I didn't even know how to feel when he was gone. So I the best way to probably describe it was more relief that because I thought it probably wouldn't come until January, but then it come this early.
But
It's
why are you
probably
with
it's poor
why are you
judgment from Ineos side anyways, 100% poor judgment, but I'm not gonna back them because of the decision to obviously we strongly thought that he shouldn't have started the season um for us, but it's poor judgment because financially they've lost out a lot as well by giving him that extension. So they'll learn from this anyway. They'll learn for
we
this.
hope they'll learn from it, but
Yeah,
we have to
exactly.
make it
Yeah,
work.
exactly. You hope they learn from this, but it is poor. Like there's no denying that it is poor judgment from their side. Um, in regards to him. I'm just glad he's gone. Like I wanted him gone before
Ham's
last
number one
season.
fan.
I wanted him gone last season. And the first person that I got a message from as well when he was gone is Max. Um, and Max obviously said, I hope you guys are happy now. And he's
He shed a
let, let
tear.
me wait, let
No,
me even actually see if I can play his message. Let me see
did
if
he
I
shed
can
a
play.
tear?
I didn't I haven't got his permission, but let me see. So I can share his message. So when he was gone, he said, finally. So obviously my message is finally, and obviously I said in pigeon that nobody you wanted him to stay. Then he sent me this. Let me see if I can play it.
So now you get another manager, and let's see with these players, because I believe these players are down tools. They've betrayed. I won't say down tools. They've tried, but they're just not like there's not good enough. Like that's what it is. Do you know what I mean? So let's see if the other manager can prove that these players are good enough. So I still stick with my thing. These players have betrayed him. Simple. So I'm saying finally for you guys, this is what you wanted, right? So let's see if the managers can do better with these players. That's what I want to see. Whether Ten Hag is crap or not. So yeah.
But he's crap. So it's not the fault. He's crap. Like the truth is, the players might not be good enough, but the issue at the first hurdle is that he's crap. So that's where the issue is, and that's what's going to be the next manager's argument. Whereas if you had taken him out of the situation during the summer, then the next manager could have started laying foundations. But there are arguments to keeping him. Like they would have said, okay, maybe it's this like the setup around him that needs changing. We've kept him, we'll give him a chance. And now they've probably just thought, we can't let this get too far. If we're sacking dinner ladies, you get me? If we're sacking dinner ladies,
I'm sacking Fergie.
get me? To cut costs, we can't risk not probably finishing in a European position. Even forget Champions League, even conference, it brings finances, right? So they're probably just thinking about that cut this before it gets too bad.
Yeah. So I think whereas I think before where we was thinking, give him enough time, give him the season or at least give him enough time so we know the season is done. But they're thinking the opposite. They don't want him to take the season away from us. They want to try and obviously salvage something from the season. And I'm guessing that's probably their thought process. But at the same time, financially they've lost out. It looks bad on them and poor judgment, as I said. I can't emphasize on that enough that I don't know what you was thinking during the summer for you to think you can go through.
It's either you sack him or you keep him till Christmas or the end of the season.
As that.
One of
it's
those.
as simple as that. We'll go into the new manager from now. What you was talking. Actually, let's go. What is your thought, Ham? You paint us a picture when you saw it, and don't be sad. Be happy with us because I know what you're like. So
he'll come to Arsenal soon.
Paint us a picture when you find out the news and what. What were your thoughts on it?
My heart is broken, man. My heart is broken. I feel worse than I felt when I knew that Moyes was leaving. And you guys know how I felt when Moyes got sacked. Moyes is my guy. You know David Moyes is my boy. He was ruining Man United slowly but slowly, and I was with him. I was riding with him. And then you guys sacked him and stole my joy. Then you got, who else did you get in after that? Van Gaal, Mourinho. And I'm riding with them because United was still rubbish underneath them. But then the boss of all bosses came.
The boss.
The boss. ETH, my guy, done everything at Ajax, came to United as the Messiah. He said, remember one of his famous quotes, eras come to an end. I'm sorry, ETH, your era has come to an end. But no, my initial reaction when I heard it was, we always said it wasn't if, it was when.
Yeah.
And the performances have been shocking. We didn't really get to go into it on Sunday about the Fenerbahce performance, but I thought that was an indictment to him to get outplayed by Mourinho side when we look at Mourinho as negative and all that type of things there. And then obviously to go to West Ham who have been giving out 3 points as like they're giving Christmas presents, and United go there and lose there, then the writing was on the wall, wasn't it? That we always said if it really, really got bad, then they would probably pull the trigger before January. And I guess in their eyes, it got to a point where it was untenable, innit? But for me, my heart's broken. I can't lie to you. My heart is broken. I love ETH. I don't have a bad word to say about him. He was doing he was doing what we all sent him there to do. Destroy. So that's how I felt. And today I thought, I wonder what he's doing today. What do you think ETH is doing today? First day out.
He took a private jet straight to Amsterdam.
Yeah, man.
Maybe he wants to go smoke on
something. That's the money.
He has the money. He wants to go smoke on something. Let me just relax. What else is there?
But for ETH, you will come again. You will come again.
Just to further in regards to further reason why I think they might have pulled the trigger as well. It's what was coming out of his mouth. Like
that's just the main things, bro.
I think they must have sat there and think, what is this guy actually saying? we come out the we drew to Fenerbahce. I think who did he do it to before that? I can't recall. I think it was someone else. Fenerbahce and Porto. And then I think he said it proves that we're difficult to beat.
I mean, he wasn't lying. He didn't
Because
lose.
right after he made that statement, when he made that statement, oh, my brain was just
But what statement was worse though, Ade? That one or the one where he said that me and Mourinho be winning stuff, you know?
I
And
don't
that
know.
is
At least
it's
that one I can say it's factual. I can say,
No, Ade, there's nothing factual
hey,
about it.
no, no,
He
no, no, no,
never
no,
put
no.
himself in the same sentence as
No,
Jose
that's a
Mourinho.
different thing. That's a different thing, but it's factually correct.
It's not
Fact.
factually correct. That's a sackable effect. This would have sacked him the moment he said that statement, bro.
yeah,
When he
no.
said we're
So
hard to beat, but we were in the lead. So how does that? We were winning.
yeah, and there's so and those are just examples. And over the last few months, things like it was just coming out of his mouth, and they probably don't agree with it.
It's
They're
been like that
honestly,
for a while, though.
yeah, it's been like that for
I
a
think it's the
while.
pressure.
All this about we're all in this together. They're probably thinking, no, we're not all in this together. We didn't tell you that we were in this together. So a lot of the things they're probably, and I honestly believe, because of like we'll talk about the new manager in a second, the turnaround of like the new manager could potentially come in before the weekend. It probably proves that they probably wanted to put the trigger that emergency, well, it's not an emergency meeting, but that
The
meeting that they
meeting they
had
had,
at the
yeah.
end of the month, that must have been a topic of discussion. And I believe, I honestly believe they was looking for someone from then. They'll probably having conversations to see whether this Ruben will be interested. Whether he was their, if he's his first, if he was their first choice, I probably had a conversations with his agent to see if he was interested. As soon as they was able to have to agree a deal privately, they probably and the West Ham loss came, they probably think it's time for us to pull the trigger. I do honestly believe I don't think the conversation started from Sunday. I believe the conversation started probably from the international break. I'll be, yeah, I'll be shocked if the conversation only started on Sunday and they've been able to turn it around this quickly. Obviously, the deal's not done, but I'll be shocked. So I honestly do believe that they probably wanted to pull that trigger a lot earlier, and or they started the conversation earlier. What do you guys think? You think it was probably they already decided it now, or the conversation started earlier?
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think ETH and Man United is no different to like, you know me, I like to use analogies, isn't it? Like a boy and a girl, innit? Like, you know, like you're dating a girl or a girl's dating a guy, but you're already looking for the replacement. Because Man United was looking for his replacement in the summer. So you're dating a chick and you're like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but man can do better than this. So you're already scouting, you're going raving, you're moving to different chicks, you know what I'm saying? But it's not really working out. But then you guys have like a big falling out and you're like, you know what? Your replacement is in my phone book. It's here already. But it didn't just happen, you know, like that. So you know, like when you get like a new girl or a new man, everyone's like, oh my God, he moved on so quickly or she moved on so quickly. Your
Yeah.
replacement was already waiting in the wings, bro. Man was just waiting for something to happen for me to dump you. So I feel like that's so what Tom's saying is accurate. I think United always knew that if it was going to go tits up, we got to make sure that we cover ourselves ASAP. So we're not going to have another interim manager to hold us till the season. So that's why Rude is probably not going to get the job for more than a game, right? Apparently, according to reports.
based
So
on
they,
based on how things are moving.
Yeah.
yeah. So I do think they were probably talking to beforehand, and Ten Hag probably knew this anyway. He knew it in the summer. They were talking to people. He probably
Yeah.
knew that his job was on the line, and they'll be talking to other people, especially as the results and the performances. What's that? One win in 8 or one win in 9? He
Yeah.
would have known that you guys were flirting with another manager.
Things are overrated though.
Cool. Just to touch on the point you brought earlier, Ade, just want to elaborate on it. You talk about the players that he's brought in and how that can be potentially impact the new manager coming in. So
Yeah,
from speculations,
obviously,
obviously the new manager could potentially be Ruben Amorim. How do you think that's going to impact him if he were to come into play? And how, yeah, and in terms of the players there, who do you think is not going to make it?
well, not too sure about who's not going to make it. I guess he'll see who he can shoehorn into the type of football he wants to play. Because he likes to press high up, um, plays a back three quite a bit as well. and it's the question is the players that we have, can they fulfill what he wants? Because we've seen that we lack that pressing ability or the ability to press well. So that's a big question, and that's why my issue is if they were going to get rid of Ten Hag, it should have been in the summer to allow the next manager to bring in a few players that fulfill like his tactical imprint. And I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure because it's hard. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's been these last few months where I've been struggling to know what direction we take next. Like Ham's been asking us, who do you want for manager? Who do you want for this? And which players do you want? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know because it's a struggle with the route that we've taken over the last few years. We've got a manager that I admire. I'm not gonna lie. So I think once Poch and Ten Hag went by, and it was a case of who do we get next, Amorim was the person that I was looking at. So
Poch and Tuchel.
sorry, no,
Poch and Tuchel. Yeah.
yeah, I've never been like Tuchel like that. So I read up on Amorim, and I like his approach, and I like the way he's developed over the years. But did I think we were gonna get him? Not really, but I have followed him. But I think he's a good manager. Whether or not he's going to be right for United, that's another question. Because part of the job, I feel where Ten Hag flopped is that I just thought the club was too big for him. So we need someone that has the right personality and it's not going to crumble in front of the media. So I'm sort of like, hopefully he's the man, and then hopefully he can get a tune out of the players that we have until he's able to build the team he wants. And yeah, still some guys from Sporting, God willing. Let's go.
In
Let's
terms
go
of
from
like
there.
dealing with the media and having a personality, his managerial career is still quite new, still early.
Oh, yeah.
He's only been in the jobs. He started managing in 2019. He's had a Braga job. Then straight from there, they were so impressive with Sporting that they obviously paid a release clause from Braga. I think it was only Braga for a year or something. In the second, he's been in Sporting for 3 years. Second year, won the league, and I think he's won the. I mean, 3, 4 years has been there. I think
One
this
league twice.
won the league twice now. Won the league twice, and this year they've got a 100% record. Um, do you think though, because he's still young, do you think he's able to handle that pressure? Do you think he has the personality? I think that's the biggest problem for
Yeah,
United. I don't
I
think.
don't think age is the thing anymore. I don't think age is in it. It's whether you've got in your personality. I think that's the key thing. Some people are able to manage things better than others. Because yeah, he seems to have gone from level to level, right? Because he was at Casapia before he went to Braga B
Braga,
team.
yeah,
Did then first team in Braga,
Braga.
then to Sporting. So he has taken those steps. And I don't think the age really matters because you're seeing younger people. Times have changed, right?
Mm.
When we were young, I remember when I first started working, and I used to tell people that I used to work with, I was like, once I turn 30, I'm gonna go into football management. Because in my head, football management wasn't a young thing. In that space of time, things have changed. Now you're getting 31-year-olds and all of these kids.
In the Premier League, or managing Brighton and stuff.
Times are different. Times are different. So if you can carry yourself, and it's a different world now, people are able to handle it. So I think it's whether your personality can can handle the pressure. And yeah, I don't think the age is a thing that I'm worried about. It's whether or not you have that composure because Man United is big. Like, I'm not gonna come and say Ten Hag is shit, but I think United was too big for him in terms of his personality.
I don't think a lot of them realize the magnitude of the club until they actually get there. Um, when every word you say is important, um, every the media is going to scrutinize anything you do wrong. So,
Hey,
and I
bro.
don't think, and that's the, and we had the biggest of the managers that struggled in that job. We've had
Bro, we
Van
used to cuss him
Gaal,
every week when he used to say nonsense, bro.
yeah, we had Mourinho. So it's just, so if you have big managers that have been there, done that before, and they couldn't handle the job, it's a massive job for him. Look, I don't know too much about him, but the only thing that stands out for me is when they played Arsenal. And I said this thing as well against when I first watched a Graham Potter team when he was Michelin's manager, as a Michelin manager, and they
No,
played
no.
Ar
Um,
Well,
That Swedish team, Os,
that's we
Os.
yeah, and I think
Go on, go on.
when they played Arsenal as well, and I think we played really well. And then I remember when we played Arsenal, I think they beat Arsenal, and then Garte was there around that time as well. And he played really good football, and just the fact that they were brave enough to play against Arsenal that impressed me. But I've never really gone back to just visit how he's doing or how I know obviously Sporting was winning the league, um, but I just never really visit the league again until this season. So this season, I've been watching a lot of sporting games. I've been watching, not
Yeah.
knowing what's going to happen. It's actually quite funny because I kept in touch with Paul and I just started watching Portuguese league again. And it was because you messaged me when you messaged me about that left back. That
The
is that right?
Wonder,
Yeah, is it the wing
17-year-old.
back? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
because
when
I
you
started
messaged me about
hyped on
him,
him last season. So
yeah,
when I saw him doing the Super Cup, I was like, "Oh, Tom, watch out for this boy."
yeah, and then I've kept an eye. So not only I've kept an eye on him, I've just kept. I've been watching Paul's as well. And then obviously I've been watching Bucharest as well to see how he's getting on. And yes, I just been watching him, but not knowing he would have been. He was our next manager. We don't know yet, but he's going to be our next manager. So I honestly don't know, man. I've been through this so many times. We've been
Yeah,
through
yeah,
the
we've been through it so
rodeo.
many times.
So
Nothing's
like
guaranteed.
nothing's guaranteed. You can only hope.
Might be here in 3 months, and Ham is laughing at us again. So
And that's the honest truth. Yeah, bro. In 3 months you could be laughing at us again. So it's a fresh
Oh, I
start. It's
will.
a fresh start. We're back to score one again. Um, the good thing is he's got a couple Portuguese boys in there, and he's got Ugarte that he's worked with previously. Um, so we'll see what he does with the team. In terms of who survived Ham, obviously I know Ham couldn't give an adequate answer. Do you think
Garnacho survives. That one I know Garnacho survives.
Ganache survives? Who do you? For me, if I have to pick someone that survives, I'll say Kobe because Kobe is um is an homegrown player, homegrown talent that will want to keep him around and build a team around him. So that will come to mind. But for you, Ham, from an outside view, watching United players over the years, is there a key player that I think will survive this, and other players you that will survive?
I think it's difficult simply because of the United players. I can't off the top of my head think of a lot of them that would have played in the preferred system that Ruben would want to play. Well, what he has played before is the 3-4-3, like you mentioned when he played against us. So fluid 3-4-3, two wing backs, three centre halves and whatnot. So I don't know whether United have played that formation before, whether those players have. So because the difference in setup is going to require a different skill set. So I don't know if those players have displayed that, but just off the top of my head, the players that I think United have that are good, that could probably, doesn't really matter who the manager is, then probably the new lad that's going to come through. If you're going to play three at the back, I'm assuming Lenny Euro is probably going to play, and he probably have a big part. A young player, young centre half, has all the attributes modern day centre back has. So he'll probably be a key player for him once you get him back from injury. Who he decides to play alongside him, whether it's going to be Martinez and De Ligt, that's going to be preferably probably his preferred back three to start with. And obviously the summer and January, you'll probably get more players. Definitely agree with Kobe, ball playing centre midfield player, wants to get involved in play. He worked with Ugarte before, like you said. So I haven't seen enough of him to say whether Ugarte is a good player or not. But if he's worked with him before, when he played against us, he played decent. He got sent off. So I remember that, but he was okay. And then I think Ade said Garnacho, same again. I think Garnacho will survive. What he does with the front two will be very interesting, simply because we all know that. Well, we know now. I know now because I didn't know before. I'm going to be capping if I said that Gyökeres was at Coventry before, right?
Yeah.
And then in the last couple of years, and Gyökeres is not young. People think about him. He's not a young lad. He's not 21 or 21. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's getting on
26.
26-year-old striker. But what Ruben's been able to do with him is commendable. The talent's there, but sometimes when you marry the talent with a good coach that has a good technical skill set, it gets the best out of the player. So I say that to say that United have two young forwards there in Zertsky and Højlund. And as a United fan, I presume you're hoping that Ruben can come in and get the best out of these two, same way he did with Gyökeres. Gyökeres is now one of the most sought-after centre forwards in world football now. Him, Benjamin Sesko, those type of strikers. So I think it's interesting to see what happens with Højlund and Zertsky as well, whether they'll be good enough for United, whether he thinks they'll be good enough, whether he can get them to a certain level. But I think the players I mentioned are the ones that come to mind that I think will survive underneath him.
Um, Look, there's a lot I think we'll deal with the rest on our pod on Sunday. Obviously, let's just wait and see whether he comes in. The news has come out. Obviously, it was important for us to try and give our listeners an immediate reaction. We don't usually do this.
Yeah, we'll
While
calm
we
down a
are,
bit. Calm down. Yesterday would have been a bit different, but we'll calm down a bit.
yeah. While we are here, we've got 5 more minutes quickly. Let's just touch on the Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. Rodri has won it. Um, the bombshell came yesterday as well, right? Where the news came out that Real Madrid players weren't going to attend this the Ballon d'Or ceremony, and because obviously Vinny didn't win. Look, I think it was ridiculous, but it's up to Real Madrid. If they want to attend, as Pep said, it's up to them, innit? If people want to come, they can come. If they don't want to come, they don't have to come. If they want to congratulate him, they can congratulate him. If they don't, you don't have to. It's as simple as that. But I just don't, although I do believe, if you ask me who should win the Ballon d'Or, I do think it should be Vinny. But I don't understand where this noise is coming from as if Rodri's a scrub. I think he's honestly that close, but I would just about pick Vinny. And I do think, and I'm so happy for Rodri because I love players like Rodri. A lot players like Rodri. I think Rodri's not just winning them for himself. He's winning for players over the years like the Xavi, the Iniesta, that have been so good and consistent over the years.
And Busquets.
And Busquets. Messi and Ronaldo haven't given them opportunity to win it. And this is the first time you're actually going to get a player of that ilk that wins a Ballon d'Or. Well, in a long while anyway. First time in a long while. What are you guys' thoughts on him winning it and Real Madrid's reaction to the whole thing?
Go through, him.
I thought the reaction was ridiculous. I thought it was a fucking piss take. I did. It's like as if they had called him, sent him a fax, emailed him, Instagram DM'd him, tweeted him, whatever, and told him, "This is your award." The way they reacted, do you know what I'm saying? But clearly they hadn't. So clearly he thought or had an inkling he was going to win it. It's got leaked by the press or whoever it's got leaked by. He didn't win it. You got to take that graciously. You're a professional. You have to, for me personally, and I know I can say it because it's not happened to me, but I would like to think that Ronaldo was pissed certain times and Messi won it, and vice versa. Lewandowski is probably still pissed till today that he ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Henri, and when Nedved won it, he probably pissed as well. But you have to be gracious for me, innit? You didn't win it. The comment he said after, "I'm going to go 10 times harder," I felt that should have been his initial response straight away. And obviously, I'm sure Florentino Perez was the one that called the shots and said, "Listen, none of us are going." But I think for him as well, he's throwing his toys out the pram as well. I honestly didn't think it was that deep. And like Tom said, Rodri winning it, no issues with that. No issues whatsoever. Rodri's a complete football player with me. I don't think we have that many world-class players in the game now like we did back in the day. But he's definitely right up there, top ballot, first ballot as a world-class professional. So him winning it, it's not like someone else that's an outsider went to win. It's like, oh my God, that's a travesty. Rodri winning it wasn't a travesty. So I thought his reaction was poor. All of these players tweeting, "Oh, it's yours" and whatnot, Camavinga and all them lot. Shut
Yeah,
up.
what? Yeah, I didn't even get. Yeah, all the players tweeting and that. I just thinking, what's the big deal, bro? Like, yeah.
It weren't that big of a deal for me. And like I said, super happy that Rodri won it. And yeah, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets never won it. And you can argue that those three are better than Rodri. That's an argument for another day. But in this day and age, obviously Modric won it and that was brilliant. But if you look at their stats, I'm not a stat guy, but if you look at their stats, Rodri's stats is better than when Modric won his Ballon d'Or. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and he was a Real Madrid player. So there was no travesty then when he won it.
Yeah.
So yeah, over to you.
Yeah, he needs to shut the fuck up.
Facts.
Idiot. Shut up. Idiot.
Yeah.
You know how much that thing annoyed me. Shut up.
Well,
that is embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, bro.
It's embarrassing. What are you talking about? Like, this guy's not a professional. And who's giving you the God-given right that you must win the Ballon d'Or?
That's what I'm saying. Unless someone's betrayed him, man, unless someone's told him that he's going to win it and then they've taken it away from him.
Acting like nobody else. Yeah, unless they told you. Like, your mother's been whispering to you every night before you sleep that you've won the Ballon d'Or. Why are you thinking that you've got a right to come and win the Ballon d'Or? Then you now didn't go. How many players that are better than you that didn't win the Ballon d'Or and they went? It's now, yeah, the 10 times great. When I saw that, I was like, great, but you've already fucked it up before then. Because when I saw that, a dickhead, and then the rest of your players didn't go. Your manager, you know what? No one should go again. Anytime Real Madrid,
yeah.
manager,
And
what
Jude
manager,
couldn't go, and Jude came third. And Jude
don't
obviously
mind
it
them.
was a
Don't
club
mind
decision,
them.
but Jude couldn't.
A manager, one manager of the year. You should
And I
give that
think,
back.
and you said, it's the president
Like,
that probably made the decision, and it's poor
Yeah,
from them.
definitely,
It's
definitely called the
Real Madrid,
shots.
Real Madrid, and I think they've got this ongoing battle with like UEFA. We're the biggest club, so we can
yeah,
do
guys,
whatever we want. You
dickheads.
can't do anything
Yeah.
about it. That's what Real Madrid are like, innit? Yes, we know you're the bigger club, so they've got this battle going on, and there was empty seats. There was empty seats because I'm sure a lot of fans, a lot of people want to see those players because yes, you do have superstars in your team. We're not
Course,
denying that,
yeah.
but it's poor form. What like what examples are you setting to like to
Chelsea won
youngsters?
manager of the year, right?
Yeah,
So
Ancelotti
that
won
Ancelotti
manager
won
of
it,
the
yeah.
year.
Ancelotti won coach of
Yeah,
the year.
Everyone should have bloody boycotted then because
Yeah.
why is he winning manager of the year when
it's like
Xabi Alonso's winning almost everything?
everything. Yeah, like
Got
it's just
minus
yeah.
one game unbeaten. Stop. Don't even get me started.
You know what? Yeah, if they're bad, yeah, they should all go to Danny Carver's house and go and rush him because Rodri said on stage the first person to holler at me was my Spanish brother Danny Carvajal.
You know what? Yeah, when I heard the announcement, I was like, God willing, they publish every single vote. Every single vote. I would have said,
Yeah.
dickheads.
Yeah.
No, that thing
Am I-
annoyed me. Dickhead.
Yeah, no, but yeah, no, we'll be. I think that's it. I thought it was important for us to touch on that because so much happened in the past, like yeah, day. I was about to say a couple of days. It's only been a day. That's the world of football for you, man.
Right, I'm annoyed now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the world of football. But yeah, look, we'll be back on Sunday. We just thought we'll drop this. We'll try and drop this.
We'll go into this in more detail on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll go into more detail on Sunday, and yeah, that's about it. We out.
Peace.
Peace.